Hello everyone, my name is Nkululeko Mahlangu. I'm a business development officer at the Center for Entrepreneurship, a rapid incubator. Today we are hosting our entrepreneurs. We'll be discussing topics such as how important is marketing in your business, because you'd understand that most of the entrepreneurs, they are crying at each, they cannot sales, but you then understand that marketing plays a very critical part in your sales. Now we just want to understand from our entrepreneurs the challenges when it comes to marketing. How do they currently market, and is it working for them, and what is that they would like to change in terms of marketing? Let me just greet them. Hello everyone. I hope that today we'll have a very fruitful discussion. As I've introduced myself, my name is Nkululeko Mahlangu. From your experiences, I would like to know what have been the challenges and the success of marketing, and how do you market your businesses? I'll start with you, sir.
My name is Timothy Mtsweni. I'm a director of a company called Success Travers, which does innovative manufacturing. Yeah. So, my challenge is saying ngihlangane nawo kakhulu. It's by iqaleni bengayazi i-target market yami. I thought everybody needed my products, right? So those were my challenges engihlangana nawo. Then amanye alandelayo ukuthi okay, there's a new business. I-product yami, how am I pricing it compared to the market? Ngoba ngesinye isikhathi ngifuna ukuthi i-product ihambe and stuff. So now my challenge marketing angishayile kakhulu.
No, I understand. So your biggest challenge was not you understanding who your target market is. So what do you think? How critical is it to understand, and what do you use in for you to understand who is your target market? What tells you that?
Hi everyone, my name is Puleng Nyambo, Director of CDE Resources. Answering the question or the comment about how do you know who you're selling a product to? So it comes in a case of benchmarking. I think that worked for us when we started operating at CDE. The training side was to look into who am I gonna train. So it was when you even go to those companies that are already training and you just check what is it that they're training, and then how is it selling, how is it going. You also benchmark the pricing as well, because remember your competitors, you need to how are they pricing and all that, so that you know who to price. Do your research, go into the web to check the prices that are on market at the very same time, and then so that I was shy because remember if you want to compete, uzofuna ukuthi wena uthi kancane abantu ngoba usafika iprice yakho vele ingabi njengalabantu ekudala balapha. Yeah, so it's just a matter of benchmarking.
So in your pricing, you also look at how do you penetrate the market, how do you introduce yourself to the market. It's very important if you're in the space of marketing to be able to understand. Now, yourself, sir, you said your business actually started during lockdown, where everybody was being broke. You had an opportunity to make money, and how have you been able to market yourself?
Hi, my name is Tulani Mtsweni. I'm the director of Backyard Masters. So the issue of marketing for me, it's a very, very sensitive issue, because as much as I believe that I'm good at what I do and everything, but then you tend to overlook certain things. So the first gym that I made, I realized later now that I actually charged 50% less of what I was supposed to charge. So how I did it, I didn't worry about maybe all the logistics and everything that goes into doing something. What I did was I checked how much the raw materials were going to cost, and then I checked how many days I was going to be there, and then I put a small markup, then I sent the quotation. So I think I made a mistake, and then had I known, I was going to go and check the market and then maybe try to balance. I mean, if I'm 10% cheaper than my competitors, I don't think it's such a bad thing. So I think during lockdown, maybe that played a role in my head, because I was thinking to myself, everywhere is broke. but then they still want to do certain things for their kids. So then maybe if I come in as cheap as possible, then it was going to work in my favor, not knowing that it's not as easy as I thought it was.
Yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Tatu Tusumutinya, Director of Mass Energy. So basically, I think we come up across the similar problem as Utulai. When you're in the energy business, you wouldn't know how exactly to actually directly price your product. So you end up pricing less, and when you price less, certain people will not trust the quality that you will provide as an entrepreneur. So now that actually causes you to lose clients at times, or someone to be skeptical about whether or not they want to use you as a client.
True. No, I think on my side, firstly, my name is Zilita Masego. I am a business development officer here in the incubator. So I work with those guys on a daily basis. But then I think also to just comment on what Tulani has said, the issue of like pricing. Remember when we're speaking of marketing, and marketing is very fundamental in a business. And marketing, the most basic, I think when you go into research about marketing, you'll start looking at the 4 Ps. In marketing, we all speak about the 4 Ps. One is your product. What's the price will you be selling it to? How are you going to promote it, which is the 3rd P. And the 4th P being the place. Now, by place, we're speaking of location. So marketing, I feel it's very broad. So on your side, you're in the space of manufacturing jungle gyms and keys furniture. So now you indicated that you undercharged, meaning you operated at a loss. And also at times, it's also about you also identifying where is your market. So like right now we're situated in Mpumalanga, but I know you do have a market in Mpumalanga, but your work is dominating more. So now, in terms of your pricing, you have to look at where's my business located. Fine, as much as it is far, maybe you do have a branch in Johannesburg, and then now you have to look at now what's going to impact in the prices that you're going to be charging. For instance, it's going to be your prices, where you get your raw material from, and also what the competitors are charging. Because at the end of the day, I'm sure you're not compromising your quality. It's just that you are a small business going to a space that is dominated by now. There's already a big fish in that space, and now you're trying to penetrate the market. So I think it's always good when you start your business to understand how you're going to charge. Yes, Puleng also added like it's benchmarking. I think that's the best one. Look at who's already there, for how long they've been doing it, and how they do it, and then take you just learn from them, and then you're going to price around that. Because now you're going to find yourself that when you're undercharging, maybe there's certain things that you're not considering. So I think on my side, that one is key. The price issue, already you've got a product, you've got a service, now how will you price it?
Then the other one is, how do you advertise? Because lesinye isikhathi ngizothi advertisela ama clients ku Facebook and ku Instagram. Or advertisele ephepheni of which I can buy even a paper. So understanding the market.
Sure.
Yeah, ukuthi abantu kahle bahola malini. Most but ukuthi bakuyiphi lo indawo.
Yeah.
Then that's also help kakhulu.
I see that Timothy is going a bit deep in terms of the end-to-end marketing, the importance of marketing. But what we also need to bear in mind, Janetta spoke about the 4 Ps. And my point of view, I would say it worked to your advantage that you lost some money in the beginning. It worked to your advantage. Not you didn't lose, you just put a small markup. So that helped you to gain other clientele. As much as you have lost, but now I think you are then able to adjust. So at sometimes that form part of your marketing strategy. Then it goes back to the pricing because that leads us to a pricing strategy. Zenita spoke about are you pricing to penetrate the market, and yours was to penetrate the market. After you are able then to penetrate the market, you are then able to adjust your prices correctly. But the fundamental part of marketing in general, yes, price forms parts. But in terms the channels, which channels have worked for you guys? Which channels have worked for you guys? And which channels do you feel that I've tried this, but it has not worked for me.
My name is Blessing Sibande, marketing clerk for the Center for Entrepreneurship Rapid Incubator at GS College. I think what you guys are saying is very critical, and also when we look at the natural form of marketing, it's actually to tell us who you are. And in fact, what are you offering? Because you find most of the time when people want to render their services, you don't know what they are doing. And now you have a service or you have a product, but you don't know to who does it speak to. So I think what we need to do is also make sure that when we offer our services or we do our products, we must speak to the relevant people. Now, how do you do that? You make sure that you identify your target market. And most of the time, how do we then do that? We go to all social media platforms. Could be your newspaper, could be your social media, Facebook, radio. And another thing, I think what we also need to note when we use social media, let me take Facebook for an example. When you have a product or service that you are advertising or you are marketing on social media, stick to the product on its own. You can't have a social media platform where you speak about the product and later you speak about issues of your family, or you speak about different issues. Speak to something that is relevant to what you are offering, because people are losing customers, people are losing the market because they are sending wrong information on the wrong platform. I think that would also assist us.
Just to actually on the social media platform, it's sometimes it can work on the 50-50 basis, because am I providing good level with my services, and only to find that it didn't meet his standards, or with the agreement maybe we didn't, there was a problem that I didn't cause, probably he caused it, and then he comes back on the social media platform and then back mount me, and then I would lose customers. So how do you deal with such instances?
No, that one I would say at times don't have a social media account that you don't monitor on a regular basis, because at times that it can actually, well, it won't be entirely bad in the company, but the way you respond to it, to whoever maybe that bad publicity, the way you respond to it, I think that's where you can like regain and get an opportunity to explain something that is not already maybe being displayed on your page.
It's very important to be able to redeem yourselves. So what I'm picking up, and now we are touching more of your digital marketing, your digital platforms. And I think that's where everyone is. That's where everyone is. Now you'd also understand that we are told that people do not go online anymore. That's where they live. It has become their house. So now, in terms of your business, in order for them to thrive, you need to have an Insta account, you need to have Facebook, you need to have all these social medias. So now, that leads me to my next question. Then, what do you do as a business to ensure that it constantly, because look, you've chosen all of these social medias, who manages those accounts? Because it's pointless for you to say you have an Instagram, you've got catch us on Facebook, catch us on where, but at the end of the day, people, they WhatsApp or there's nobody who pays full attention. That comes back and dents also now the image of your company. So
very challenging for us to actually have a specific person, because remember, if you have Instagram, you must pay that person. So are you at this stage where you can be able to afford somebody that can be able to do that, to manage those accounts? Like for instance, with us, we don't have the Facebook account as yet, because I'm too busy to be sitting on Facebook and updating and all that. And then currently where we are, I need to find somebody who's more relevant to this social media stuff to be able to manage it. That's why recently we brought in Lindo in the company for that specifically, to be able to do the Zoom thing and the Facebook and whatnot. We are in the process of doing that. But previously, with how the company was doing, we didn't need to actually advertise our products on Facebook and all that. I just needed to be on a face-to-face with the client. Yes, me directly having my profile branded and all that. I go to them and I speak and I tell them this is my product and this is how I want to do it.
No, actually, I agree with you, but now because you want to grow and the face-to-face or the limits in terms of growth and the social media, the nice thing about social media, it gives you, the world becomes your target market. It does not necessarily become one particular group or one particular segment. Millie, as you are an aspiring entrepreneur, recently registered your company through the incubator, you are within the incubator, we know that you're in the art space. So how often do you post your work in arts, and how do you have any followers? How do you market yourself as an artist?
Okay, as an artist, I post my work in Facebook and Instagram where people easily get into me, and then we can take it from there. But then since I've started posting, I haven't got any response or any recognition from anyone yet.
Oh, okay, what might be the contributing factor? Might it be what is Blessing saying, that maybe you use your account for personal and for both business things, or what might be because your case is different because you are an artist. So your social media platform is a space that you should be excelling in. What might be the contributing factor, or that makes you feel like nobody has contacted you? What about, have you changed that? How many people have reached your posts? Because you must be, you are in a position to check for that.
Yes, I think the factor of mixing up my personal stuff and my artistic stuff is one of the contributing factors on people not to respond back.
You know, it's a different scenario for me entirely, because I can easily say that 95% of my clients, I got them from Facebook. So what happened, from my personal account, I created a product and then posted it on the marketplace. So marketplace and then my personal account, people know who's posting this on the marketplace, but then it's got nothing to do with my social media account or my timeline. I don't post anything on my timeline. Everything is directly on the marketplace. So I interact with the client on the marketplace, and then they ask me, is this still available? Then you respond to it. But then that was my biggest frustration as I was starting out, because I even came to Zenita to tell her that when I'm busy putting screws and doing stuff, then the phone is ringing. Yeah. I don't want to lose clients. Then I stop the job, then I take out the phone, I'm replying to it, and as you're replying to this client, another message comes through. And then now you're doing all of these things at the same time, and then you end up doing the job that you were supposed to do in 2 hours, you're taking 4 hours to 5 hours now. Yeah. So that was a challenge. So until she advised us, no, you need to get someone to do everything from the quotations and everything, and then maybe things will go smoothly then. And then after I did that, things have been getting better. But now the challenge is, as much as I have someone who's helping me here, but then she doesn't understand the technicalities of everything that's happening here. So now you get clients that are difficult. They're going to ask you, okay, is your channel team like this, and they're asking you, is the wood that you're using treated? Is it approved? Where do you get it? So she doesn't have all the details. Then she has to call me to ask me those questions. Then I give her the answers, but they're still not satisfied. Then she refers them to me again. Now I have to be on site, and then now I'm answering calls, and then you see, it becomes a bit of a challenge. So even if you get someone, but then some people still want your personal touch.
Yeah, on that one, it comes to a point whereby every time you come across such a problem, you must do the elimination challenge. Once you get a question like this, you've already answered it, then write it down so that next time when she gets similar question like that, she can also refer to that. I think that will work much better.
Yeah, because it will work like a training as well. So gradually they'll start understanding more.
As time goes, more you will eliminate all those questions, and you will be having all the answers right in front of you.
From your point of view, Blessing, as you specialize in marketing, so what advice would you give to the entrepreneurs regarding this concern that they have, that to say, look, they're in the marketplace now, they're getting orders. It goes back to what I was saying, they do not have a designated person to manage their account. You currently manage the college account. What do you do that works for you?
Yeah, I think as a marketing person, it's good because I'm dealing with marketing on its own. I don't do other stuff. So it's quite good because at least there is access of what I'm doing. But I think in future, as entrepreneurs and as people in business, we should also look at the issue of skills development trainings in our place, because you'd find, for an example, that you don't specifically have a marketing person, but you have an admin clerk for that matter. And you can take the person just maybe for a short course to say, this is how marketing is done, this is how
you manage social media platforms and stuff, so that the person can be in a process to say, if you're not in, I also manage the Facebook accounts and the Instagram and what so forth. Also, we need to make sure that we don't have a person who is an engine of everything in the business, because we need to share duties. At times, if Puleng is not in, Kulego must be in a process to assist with what Puleng can do. We understand that we cannot all be professionals, but in an instance where we know that this I can do it, we must just give. I think it's also a way of delegation where you give people a responsibility to say, this you can do.
Yeah, I think the challenging part is when on the face-to-face marketing, because that's what I've done mostly. So it's very challenging because most of my clients, they want to see Puleng. So I can say we've done that with Messi. We've groomed Messi to be able to do the other stuff, and then some you can send Messi and then they will respond to Messi. But you have those key ones that say, if Puleng is not here, it's not happening. You see, so I'm still regarded as the business, as the face of, yeah. So it's very challenging on a face-to-face marketing. But then on a social media platform, that's something that you can actually work on. You can improve somebody to manage that. But this one where you have to meet, they want to see me. So
just to add on to what she's saying, I had a client send me a message on the marketplace, and then she asked if I could come to her place to check if the space is going to be enough to do what she wanted to do. And then thinking to myself, what have I got to lose? Then I went there. She lives in Serengeti. When I got there, she asked me, show me what you've done. Then I showed her. Then she drew a picture on a piece of paper. Can you do this for me? Then I told her I can do it for you. She says, how long would it take you? I told her, no, maximum I'd say 5 days, knowing that I can do it in a space of 3 days. And then after I said that, she took out her phone and said, give me your banking details. And then she paid the full amount. So some people, they believe you more when you talk to them face to face.
So face-to-face marketing is very critical. The old way of doing things.
And I think what we must also adopt is the issue of having business cards, where when maybe we are at a social gathering, just have a business card to say, hey, when you get time, give me a call. Let me also speak to you about my product or service, because now people nowadays are in a hurry. You see, if you go out and stand on the road and think I will stand for you, I'm not going to stand. No. But what you do on these social gatherings where you are, just take out your business card. When you have time, give me a call, and then we start talking business.
And at times we underestimate the affordability. Like people buy afford the money. People can afford to do things. So, you know, when it comes to even marketing is broad. You spoke about your social media, but then now I feel we're focusing so much on social media. Whereas I think with your business being in the manufacturing, Timothy, and as well as yourself, you guys mainly would need even websites. You know, because with your markets are not only just directly maybe I'm individuals, but it can be also be institutions. You manufacture. It could be even maybe government. Where do we look for quotations? You know, we're in the public sector. Tina, Facebook, we hardly have time. I mean, if we were to go and look for quotations, we hardly source on Facebook. But maybe we would search through like our websites. That's where we would find them. So I think it's also understanding your market. Who are you selling to? That one is key.
When you're dealing with entrepreneurs on a day-to-day basis, they are shortfall when it comes to marketing. What have you experienced?
I think, you know what, the challenges, the experiences differ per client. And at times you find you end up recommending that, you know what, there are some people who are more technical and who need to focus on the technical side of the business. At times, yes, we do have maybe harsh advice that we give you to say, no, when I say, all right, at the back, we'll be busy. And then get someone else in the forefront. Because the reason I'm saying this, there are times at the center where we host a pitch and perfect, where we actually say, as a business person, you guys sit here, you should be able to present your business within 30 seconds at least. Within 30 seconds, you know, the elevator pitch, that's like the name of the concept. I think when we were to like maybe search for it online. So then it's just mainly knowing how to present yourself and your business, and also maybe at times to separate the two. And also to know how to portray the image of your business. I know sometimes you guys, I know most of you guys, you are branded, you've got like maybe your corporate wear for your businesses with your logos and so on. But there are times that you should know that I shouldn't be spotted, whether myself or my employees shouldn't be spotted at certain places. Wearing, I mean, currently I am branded with the college college, I mean, I would say, yeah, but then I know that if I have this brand on me, I have to carry myself in a certain way, you know. And also it goes back to what you said, the message. At times you guys have employees. If I meet your employees cannot talk about your businesses the way you guys can. So also I remember when I speak to you guys, I always tell you that the person that you have employed, your employees must be able to present your business the same way that if I meet the other one, they still tell me the same message. And then also it's just making sure that you take care of the brand image.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also to add on what Zanita is saying, I think most of the time what I've realized with most people who are in business, you find that they have a brilliant idea, brilliant, very nice business idea or concept, but what matters is that they can't even speak about their own product.
They doubt it at times.
You find a person saying, I'm owning this kind of a product, but now tell me more about the product. The person, no, this product is like this, and then the person goes mad. So I think what needs to happen, when you go there, you present your product, present it like you're presenting yourself, the way you know yourself, to say, this is who I am, this is what I do, and mention all the product features and all of it. Then can we then look at the issue? Is it stage fright, or is it, sometimes it could be stage fright and people not used to stand in front of people. What Zinta just mentioned is, and I would like us to cover continue with this talk in the next show, because I want us to look at how do you build confidence, because that plays a major role in you being able to market yourself. And if you cannot communicate, you can look as smart as you are, but once you stand in front of us and you start to mumble, we don't even take your business serious. You'll find that it's an excellent idea, but just because you cannot communicate. So in the next episode, I want us to look at it in a broader way. How then does communication plays a role in you getting that business, getting that funding that you require? How then do you require? How do you acquire finance? How do you acquire new clients? So that is what we'll be covering in the next show. Thank you, everyone. Tune in for the next episode.